Alrighty, what is up, viewers of ZellMurasame? My name is Rich, also known as Inert Fury, and today I bring you a guest narrated battle that I'm doing for Zell. This is a 4th gen overused match he had against, I believe, Cote 1616 PB. I'm not entirely sure though, I'm just going based upon his in-game name. I don't think a whole lot of other people really go by the name of Cote. Plus, he's still not responding to my Skype message asking him, blah, I can't speak today, who this battle was against. But anyways, I'm just going to get right on into it. I still can't speak. Let's just get in. So his opponent leads with an Azelf. Zell leads with a Gengar. He gets tricked to Choice Spect, which actually helps out his Icy Wind, which is all good and well. He's going to go into Tyranitar, predicting the Psychic move, or predicting him to essentially not U-turn, because at this point it's pretty clear that he might have a chance of getting 2-hit KO'd. So Zell is Choice Scarfed. He's just going to get the Pursuit Trapping going, because even with the speed drop, Scarftar still outspeeds base 115 Pokemon such as Azelf. So he's going to go to Zapdos. Wow, I really can't talk today, guys. I apologize. Zapdos predicting the Gyro Ball, but he's going to actually just go for a trick. So I'm like, okay, well, this is a trick set, so he's probably just going to set up Stealth Rock next, and then, you know, have Earthquake and Gyro Ball and yada yada yada. But he actually has Light Screen, which is, you know, it's a good set to run, but I mean, you don't necessarily want to be running a dual screen Bronzong without having Light Clay, because, you know, that's the whole point of having a dual screener, is to have Light Clay and to have your screens last for a while. So I mean, different set, dude, but not really a smart decision in the long run. So Zell's is going to U-turn out. He's going to essentially sacrifice his Zapdos, because he can either A, dodge his Earthquake, B, resist his Gyro Ball, or C, just die to an explosion, because he's pretty much useless anyways. So he decides to opt out for option C, which is dying to Explosion, because that is the move of choice for his opponent's last move slot. So Gengar comes back in, because that's the lead, safe option to go to, always go to your lead, and he brings in a Clefable. Now, I figure that Zell's probably expecting like a Thunder Wave, possibly a Toxic, but remember, this is not 5th gen. I kid. He actually goes for a Belly Drum, and so Zell expects, you know, the Soft Boil, because that's a smart thing to run on Clefable with Belly Drum, is of course to have Soft Boil, because it gets access to it, why the heck not? So, he does indeed taunt on the Clefable, and now he just wants to get some damage in on him, and that does hardly anything, because his Reflect is still in play. I know that his Light Screen wore off last turn, which means that his Reflect is going to wear off this turn. So, Sandstorm is raging, because Fortune has that awesome animation. Did I mention that this is my first ever Platinum battle that I'm narrating? I probably didn't. I mentioned that in the first time I tried to do this, but in the second time, I don't think I did it. This is my first ever emulated Platinum Wi-Fi battle to ever narrate. I feel cool. Anyways, random tangent has been achieved. So, Zell's just going to go into Tyranitar. And he's just going to go for another return, and that's going to do a massive chunk to Tyranitar, barring that it is resisted. I mean, it's still a +6 stab return. Why he doesn't have Double Edge, I really don't necessarily know. I mean, I guess it could be because I think return maybe has a little bit more base, a little bit more PP than Double Edge. But I mean, still, well, it only has 18 less base power anyways. If you factor in 102 max on return. So Zell's just going to go for the Icy Wind to pretty much slow down this Clefable, just so his Scizor can come in and definitely outspeed and then KO it back with a superpower, because it is a Belly Drum and Clefable. It's not going to have much investment in defenses, or even HP for that matter. So, and I guess he also is kind of wanting to scout what his last move is, because all he's used is Soft Boil, Belly Drum, and Return. So I'm not really too sure what his last move is. I'm thinking that it might be like a Fire move just to hit Steel types, because, I mean, it is totally completely walled by it. So, he's going to make kind of a risky play, going to Scizor. He just goes for the Belly Drum, trying to get the ever so rare +12 boost, which, you know, of course, you can totally get. And he's just going to go for a superpower right here, and that is going to take out that Clefable. So, no more shenanigans for you, Mr. Clefable man, guy, person. So, Cote is now going to go into Puff the Magic Dragon, and Puff the Magic Dragon's all like, yeah, I'm dancing. And I think somebody's just now got home. Oh, lol, someone's home. I'm probably gonna get yelled at. Oh well, whatever. So Tyranitar comes back in, and he's gonna outspeed with the Stone Edge because he's probably more of a bulkiest Dragonite. I forget what Dragonite's speed is. Or maybe he was adamant, I don't really know. Point is, he outsped, Stone Edge didn't miss, and that is going to, you know, be that. So, Zell goes into Gengar, essentially just to sacrifice it. He makes a random prediction and goes for Shadow Ball, I guess expecting the Gengar. But, you know, whatever. Zell's pretty much just going to bring in his Scizor and Bullet Punch sweep his Scizor, no, not his Scizor, his Gengar and his Alakazam, excuse me. So, all in all, that was a good game to Zell and to Cote. If that's not Cote, then I apologize. He still hasn't replied back, by the way. So, I thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this guest narration. If you did, feel free to come check out my channel. Zell will probably link it. Thank you again, guys, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.